Welcome back. You're listening to Pretty Vain Radio on 1150 AM KKNW. Hi, Helen.
Hi.
Thanks for being here.
No, thanks for having me.
Okay, Helen does hair styling at Winslow Salon in Kirkland. You also do personal styling and a lot of events and fashion shows and behind the scenes. Tell me your specialty.
To be honest, I love it all. I love keeping the door open. I love trying new adventures. I love trying new aspects of different types of hair or working with different people. So the specialty changes all the time.
She loves working with me.
Well, speaking of adventures, Chanel. No,
I'm not an adventurer. Actually, I'm an adventurer.
It kind of is just knowing you.
Hey, thanks.
Behind the scenes at fashion shows, you've done Chanel's before. I'm sure you've done other sort of events. It's kind of like hurry up and wait and sort of stressful down to the last minute. How do you get everybody done? How's your timeline? How do you work on it? Envision what the designer or the host wants their models to look like, and then what you have to work with.
That was 9 questions. The poor girl.
No, she's gonna be fine. She's a professional.
This is true.
Unlike me, who asked 9 questions in a row.
Perfect world, it would be to be able to meet with the designer beforehand, kind of get their vision, get their idea, so we as a team can then discuss how we're going to best approach this. That's never how it goes. It's always literally they're running in, throwing us a picture they've ripped out of a magazine saying, whip this up, do this, this is the makeup, whatnot. And so it's just praying that you have a great team with you and you know your strengths and you just work as fast as you can and get it going.
Now, one girl has really super short hair and one girl has really long hair with tons of extensions. And they're like, I want everybody in a ponytail.
You pray you get the extension, girl.
Okay. You send the girl with short hair to your assistant?
Yes. Send her off.
Work on that for me for a little while. All right. Well, speaking of extensions, I have had the keratin bonded extensions before, and I loved them. I've had them a couple times. I know that there are strips you can tape in, you can clip in.
It's becoming endless.
Beaded or something else. What is the difference? What are all the new kinds, and what makes them better than the other?
Right now, I feel like it's just a lot of revamping.
Okay.
And to be honest, it's hard to say what is better and what's not. There's ones that I personally like to work with better. Because I do a lot of fashion shows, a lot of shoots, you need the quicker. So I do deal a lot with the clip-in.
Yeah.
Those are nice because you can take them out. You can scrub your scalp, get it really clean, whereas when you do have the actual extensions in your hair, there's a lot of more TLC that needs to go into it. However, when I do actual extensions, I typically like to use the copper bonding, which is the small metal bead. Okay. When they do slide out of your hair, I feel like there's a lot less breakage. There are a lot of stylists that do have different opinions, different views on, why they choose other things. Those are just the ones I personally have chosen.
I think it's so dependent on the person's hair.
Absolutely.
I mean, my hair is so mine's has a lot of texture to it, and it's curly and whatever else. But then someone like my sister who has such fine hair, I mean, she might not be able to use the copper bonds or the keratin because they just slide right out. Maybe tape because it's not that everyone can see what I'm doing right now on the radio.
She just slaps her hands.
As I clap my hands.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It does depend on the person's individual texture, what it can withhold, the weight it can hold, their daily lifestyle, and what they're going to do in the maintenance of it. So there's a lot as the stylist that you have to take into consideration, and it's just being open and honest with your client, letting them know, not for you, or this is what I would suggest, or...
Going to the extensions, does it... I've had extensions, but I don't color my hair. So does it hurt the hair if you color it? How does that work?
Extensions, typically, I have yet to find ones that you can lighten. So I always tell my clients, if you are going to color your hair, keep that in mind because you can only color the extensions darker. The extensions have to go through an extensive process to get them, ready and prepped, and obviously hygiene. Cleanliness here. We're not quite sure what heads those are coming off of.
Oh my God, stop. I have anxiety now, even worse than before. Get them out of my hair. I have an Indian woman in my hair.
No, she's going to be itching her head the rest of the show. Thanks for that, Helen.
Oh, yeah.
She's got a family of 5 in her head.
I know.
No. Oh my God, it could be more.
That's what rat's nest, that's where it came from, right?
Oh, dear.
Sick.
Chanel's
Where has
looking
this
green.
show gone right now? Okay, let's.
I have a question. How long do they last? Like, what's really the expected life expectancy of these hair extensions?
It goes on a lot. I base it on my client's natural growth. However, if I was just to give a range, I would say you'd want to lift them after about 2.5, 3 months.
Oh, okay, interesting. I will tell you that I did run into Betsy Johnson on 7th Avenue last year. And all of the hair extensions, you can see the whole thing, like right in the front.
Blondes, it's harder, right? Like, I feel like with a lot of blondes, like if they have extensions, like I can always like see them. Not saying that I can see anyone's in here, so don't.
I don't have my extensions.
Okay, good. Well, you gave me a weird look, so I was like, sorry.
Because I have had them, and I hope that nobody could tell.
No, just blondes. It's just like I feel like more difficult because you can see the bond. I don't know. I swear.
Is that where you put the bond up top, or does it go underneath?
No, I typically never want to go anywhere up where
On the
there
crown,
can be.
no.
Yeah, because a lot of times you have that natural part or the cowlick or different growth patterns that will cause that split in the back crown part of your head. You don't want
If you put it up top, is that a weave?
like up top. Like,
Yeah, on the crown of your head.
No, it's when you weave it in.
Weave it in.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not really done in Seattle.
yeah, if you're seeing them on the top of their head,
No.
that's not a that's.
I
We might
guarantee
need to
you
pull
there
them
are
aside.
some weaves in Seattle. Have you ever been on 4th in downtown?
Haven't you ever been in the hood?
4th and Pike?
Those sisters got to know what they're doing with the
I
weaves.
know. So I feel like if I were to explain myself, I would dig myself a super deep hole. So I'm done. And my producer's telling me to now be quiet. So
Okay.
you can turn off my mic.
I think that you're right on the top of the crown, and then I've seen them where they're too close near the temples too, and you can see them really bad then, and it's that's a fashion no, that's
Absolutely.
a fashion don't.
And I think that falls on the stylist. You need to educate
Yes.
your client about how to properly hide them.
Good.
Because
You
no one
should
wants
see
to.
how cute this girl is with the stylist, Helen. She is so cute.
I know, and everybody can see her.
greatest
There's a camera
smile.
there.
And
So
she does work
healthy
at
and adorable.
the cutest salon. Honestly, it takes a lot for me to be like, oh, I like the salon or whatever. And Winslow is adorable.
Oh, thank you.
It's like so zen, and you told me that's why you chose it. I love it.
Who's
Yes.
cuter, the salon or Helen? She's
Come on,
adorable.
I mean, well, that's the salon's taking my hair ties, so they are both equal in my eyes right
Okay,
now.
there you go.
Winslow rocks. You can get tied up hair ties there, and when we come back, we're gonna do our round table where we get everybody's opinion on stuff. So we're gonna go
Okay,
to
good.
commercial.
Malibu Doll proves that under every